Hey, what's up, Ryan? This is Steven. Hey, I know you said that you weren't looking for any changes or anything or going with marketing, but this is good just to have anyway. I mean, it's good. This is going to provide value and give you a better understanding and stuff that you could just implement yourself, and it's not too long, okay? So in this video, I'm just going to show you three things that you can do starting today to start bringing in more high quality jobs to your HVAC business. So by the end of this video, if you can see that I do have the technical know-how, um, we can to get you the more high quality jobs. You can chat if you want, but I understand you're not looking for it. So you could just use this video as just some value. But I'll go ahead and get into this. I don't want to waste any more of your time or mine. So the three things I'm going to go over are content, citations, and backlinks. So content is everything on your homepage, really your whole website for that matter, but the homepage is really important. Now, I went ahead and I grabbed all the words off your front page here and I threw it in a word counter. Right now you have 738 words. Now, why did I do this? See, most business owners, they understand the importance of content on their front page, but they're really unsure of like how much content and what type of content Google is looking for. So you have some 738 words on your homepage. Google usually likes to see at least 1,500 words of content on a front page, especially in a service-based industry such as HVAC, and especially in a city like Wilmington. Now, this gives you plenty of opportunity to fit in all the buyer intent. We call them buyer intent keywords and keyword phrases. This is what people are searching for when they're looking for your services with an intent to buy. So what I did is I went ahead and grabbed the number one competition in Wilmington for HVAC services, and that's the Salt Air Inc. And I put their website in a tool that I subscribe to called Ahrefs. This tool gives me a behind the scenes view of what Google actually uses to rank websites, right? So in the past 30 days, Salt Air's website was found for 208 keywords and it was clicked on 770 times, okay? So I plugged your site in the same tool, and in the past 30 days, your site was found for 20 keywords and it was clicked on 83 times, right? So let's go back to our competitor and click on their keywords and see what they're actually being found for. They do offer electrical services as well, but as you can see, it's mostly they're being found for HVAC, right? So HVAC Wilmington, NC, 250 searches in the past 30 days, and their website was clicked on 84 times just for that search term. So what's really important here are the Wilmington and Wilmington, NC. You definitely want those locations on there. Otherwise, without them, it opens up the search for like global and not well nationwide and sometimes even global searches, just like this right here. How to replace a thermostat. Some of these searches were coming from the UK, right? So that's just something to know. But let's go back to your site and look at what the keywords that you're being found for currently in the past 30 days, right? So Wilmington Heat and Air, so that's a good one. Wilmington Heating and Air Conditioning, AC replacement Wilmington. So you have a lot of these, but as you notice, when we look at theirs, they've got a lot more and they have the ones with the higher volume, right? So you want those on your website, right? And you don't, so I would recommend getting a tool like this if you don't already have one and finding the keywords that your top competitors are being found for and make sure they're on your website and not only on once, but however many times they have these keywords on their site, you want to beat them out by at least once. So the ones that they have on once, you'd want to put on your site like twice. The ones they have on twice, put it on your site like three times, so on and so forth, right? Then you beat them out in the content department. So next, I'd like to go over citations. Hold on. There we go. Now, when people are searching these terms like this HVAC Wilmington NC, studies have shown from Google that right around 45% of people searching for these terms are going to be clicking on a business in this section right here. This is called the map pack, and this has everything to do with your Google business profile. Now, most people are under the impression that to get ranked in here, it has to do with reviews. If that was the case, James and Son would not be on here, and Salt Air would be above O'Brien Service Company. So it's not while while they do have their place. Don't get me wrong. and they play a factor in it. The main factor are citations. And a citation is your business's name, address, and phone number on a directory online. And I'm sure you already have a few, or quite a few, hopefully. But some examples are like Yelp, Yellow Pages, White Pages. These are example of directories, and there's a ton of them. But we usually see it's usually the businesses with like between 3 to 400 citations that end up dominating this map pack here. The good news is there's tools available that can show us what citations these businesses have. So for example, if we go in and we find the citations for O'Brien Service Company, say they have 250, for example, you could go down that list. You want to grab all the ones you don't have already, and when you're done, get it like 100 more at least, and that will put you up on top of this list and you will be in play for that, some of that 45% that are clicking in this area. Okay, so now it's usually underneath, but they're on top in this section. But most of the time, this list right here, this is Google's organic search results listing. Usually it starts under the map pack, but it's right above it right now. So salt air, this spot right here will get right around 40% of the clicks alone, whereas the map pack is sharing 45%. The number one organic search result is getting 40% by itself. So it makes it the most click site, or the click position on the page. The main driver here are what we call backlinks. So what's a backlink? It's other relevant websites linking back to your website, and it works kind of like online referrals. And the more relevant that site is that's linking back to your site, the better, right? So, for example, say you have a local blog page or a popular industry site that's linking to you. That's what's actually going to help push you up in the rankings, right? So, and in order to be pushed up, you need the right content, right? You need the right amount of content, and you need those keywords to be found by Google. So now you're found, and now to be ranked up, you need backlinks, right? So let's take another example. So you guys are an HVAC company, say like Pizza Hut is linking to you. Okay. They're a very popular site. They get a lot of traffic, right? So you think it would like rank you and push you up in the rankings, but it doesn't, because relevance matters 100% here. It wouldn't rank you because you guys don't sell pizza. So, if that makes sense. So let's go ahead and revisit this tool that I showed you earlier. And this is our competitor here. So now we can look at their backlinks too, right? So now we see that they actively have 223 backlinks. So let's go ahead and take a look at your backlinks for your site. Currently you have 43. And it looks like a bit of a disparity, which it kind of is, but it's not so much about the number, it's about the relevance, right? And it's not this number so much that we're worried about, but it's this. So this means you have 43 backlinks coming from 24 websites, right? This is what we want to look at. Let's look at our competitor, and they're getting 223 backlinks from 114 websites. They call them referring domains in here. So we'll click on there, and this is our competitor. What you want to do, just like I was explaining with the content or the citations, you go down the list and you find the websites that you're not getting backlinks from, and you reach out to them and you get backlinks from them. If you were to do that with the lead site, that would put you in the running for this number one spot. But what would get you up top here is if you did the same thing with the top 3 to 5 ranked sites in Google, and you did that same exact thing. It would take a little bit of time, but that would eventually rank you on top here, and you would be getting that 40% of clicks, right? You would take over all the traffic that they're getting for HVAC searches. Then you add that with being in top of the map pack, and you guys are pretty much the authority when it comes to HVAC companies in Wilmington. Okay, so let's go ahead and just recap what we covered today. And first thing is going to be content. So you want at least 1,500 words on your homepage with the right keywords and the right amount of keywords. Second thing is going to be citations. You want to be in at least 300 to 400 probably directories to really dominate this map pack area. And lastly are backlinks, right? So you need more relevant websites linking back to your site to show Google that you guys are indeed the authority when it comes to HVAC companies in Wilmington and surrounding areas. Now, if you were to implement this the right way, you would definitely become number one in the town. So now you can take this free blueprint and tackle it yourself, which I hope you do, in a sense. I would like to hear back from you if what you heard sounds good and you see that I can do this stuff, and you can book a discovery call with me. But either way, it's fine. Again, my name is Steven. I live right here in North Carolina. You can just reply back to this email, or you can give me a call at 910-551-2006. I hope this video was educational for you and I showed you some tips that you can actually implement yourself to start ranking above your competition in the Wilmington area. I do just ask that you give me a little bit of feedback either way and let me know how I did. But other than that, Brian, I really hope you have a good day and I appreciate your time, man. Take care. Bye.